Hi Aries, it's Amber here at Symbols for Living again. I just thought I would try out a new layout, a new deck that I would like to use with you guys. That might give you some more guidance over the month. Now, the deck is called the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck, and I just think it'd be a really nice way for us to monthly touch base with where we are from the perspective of our chakras. And I just thought this would be a nice deck to use to see what we could see, with this deck. I've used it a couple of times personally. I've used it a couple of times in readings, but I've never really gone to it because it doesn't reference the tarot in any way, and it would take learning and studying and all that. But I've been guided to kind of use it, and I'd like to give it a go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to basically pull a card, which I have already done. Didn't want to waste you guys' time, although I've already wasted a minute. Apologies. But I didn't want to waste your time, so I've shuffled off camera as I usually do, focused on the Aries energy for March 2019 and your chakras, so, and guidance around that from spirits for your guidance for the month of March 2019. So yeah, I pulled each card. I pulled a card for each chakra, and the first card that we have is for your crown chakra, which is impartiality. So from what I can get from the card, there is an energy of impartiality in your environment or within yourself. You may feel maybe quite undecided, as we do have despondence that comes straight after, and this would be the next chakra down. This would be your third eye chakra. Yeah, it seems that not only are you kind of having this energy of impartiality in the month of March, but also despondence, and it could be with regards to a quest. This is blue, relating to your throat chakra. Maybe you're on some sort of quest with regards to you speaking your truth. Maybe it's part of your quest to speak up this month. There could be the questions that you need to ask. It could be that this impartiality and despondence is really gonna throat chakra. But this impartiality and despondence may actually push you towards kind of embarking on some sort of quest, because I do know that the despondence card is usually urging you to take action here, although it's related to the third eye chakra, but the book says it's related to actually taking action. So yeah, it could be that in the month of March that you are prompted to take action, to start a quest. And in actual fact, often there's the quiet, but there's the quiet before the storm, and I think that's what this impartiality and despondence, these energies come before this quest begins. Now, straight after that, we've got the trickery card here, which is in the color of the heart chakra or the love chakra, and it's called trickery. It seems like maybe it looks like in this card, this dragon possibly seems to be offering this smaller squirrel-like creature a very large acorn, possibly in exchange for a pack of those small acorns that he has collected. And he seems to be a lot more interested in the huge acorn that the dragon has here. So maybe this is a trick. Maybe it is a trick. I mean, the acorn is green for one, so that doesn't look like a proper acorn. And secondly, you can't eat one whole acorn in one go. So you may feel like, the trick could be like you feel like you're getting more, but actually you'll end up wasting it because it will end up rotting as you eat into it. It's going to be harder to preserve. So maybe that's what that card is trying to say, that someone may offer you something that looks very great. So and your heart may be drawn to it. So on your quest now, this does come back to you, this truth, and the quest is your truth, because you can get tricked here. So yeah, you have to know your truth this month, because tricks could come in that will pull at your heartstrings, that will look very attractive and appealing and probably tempting to you as well. There will be offers that will be too good to be true, again, that will tug at your heartstrings. It will, you know, it will be playing with your dreams, your goals. Someone may be trying to sell you a dream, you know, but really you're better off with your little box of smaller acorns and taking it step by step than trying to swallow one huge acorn whole. We then have joy, which follows that, which is in the position of your yellow chakra. I've actually forgot what it's called. Yeah, sorry, for some reason it's missing me, but I know that this is to do with like intelligence. Often it's to do with you have kind of two brains, basically. You've got your brain here, and then you've got like your neuro system, yeah, you know, in your intestines, your guts, you know, when you get a gut feeling like that, they call that like a second brain. So this has got a lot to do with your gut feeling, but also your intelligence as well, and also your sense of security in life in general, and your ability maybe to be expressive and creative, although that might be more the orange chakra. Either way, we will read more about this. We're going to learn as we go together. And I've got a general idea of what all the chakras mean, but I want to delve more into it, because I feel that it's a real good starting point for us to get a really good understanding of our own kind of healing journey for those that are on that, or just a good way to look at the month. I think it's a healthy way. So yeah, we'll be learning together. So yeah, we've got joy, which looks amazing. There's lots of sunflowers here, so I'm immediately thinking of Leo for some reason. Yeah, it looks like definitely in that particular chakra seems to be doing very well. So let's just quickly read a little bit from the book for that one, because that is the one that got stuck on, so there might be a reason for it. So yeah, it does say here that keywords for the yellow chakra are creative, intellect, precise, cooperative, reasonable, innovation, originality, wisdom, and instinct. And it said, let's jump and see what happens. So yeah, you may have to have this sort of inner faith, have a very positive outlook. You may have to develop a positive outlook this month in order to kind of get you through this kind of quest that you're on, which seems to be very much to do with kind of finding your truth, your voice, speaking your truth, remaining positive and not giving up, not becoming despondent or impartial and being like, oh well, but actually really wanting to fight for something, not just going with the flow but speaking your truth. You could be like waiting for a sign or something, and I think Spirit is saying no, because these two sections here, which are to do with probably picking up those kind of signs, the crown chakra and the third eye, are both quite neutral, very despondent. So I think you're being advised here to maybe think a little bit for yourself in terms of what it is that you want, what is your truth, not actually, because sometimes we do wait for guidance before we do something, but we have been given our own desires as well, our own things that give us joy. And this may be what you need to focus on as you kind of try to figure out what it is that your truth is. Well, really the answer may lie in what brings you joy. So it says, let's jump and see what happens. We don't know much about dancing, Daisy, but we do know what she brings, that she brings joy wherever she appears. Everyone who sees her becomes happier and more peaceful. Arguments cease as she comes close. People are even healed physically as a result of her presence. No one knows where she came from, and just before the TV crews arrive, she leaves. So it says here, your personal inquiry could be, what can I do to invite happiness into my life? Being present is not the same as truly experiencing something. So that's, again, like truly experience. Like you can be at a party but not kind of involved, and it's that kind of thing where I feel that maybe you're not connected to your quest. You're despondent, you're impartial. You're not really experiencing and actually getting involved in something, which will get involved in your quest to find your joy, or to do more things that make you joyful. There may seem to be an easy way out here that could be tricking you. I mean, it could be easy here to continue to be impartial and despondent, and it may seem at the moment like you're comfortable, there's not really any problems, like it's not broke, so why fix it? But in actual fact, it's not, it's just a trick. It's not real joy. And that's what I think Spirit is asking you to think about this month, is what really gives you joy. We then have perseverance for your orange chakra. Again, I don't know the proper names of the orange chakra. Okay, so yeah, it's based on your emotions. Keywords: active, motivating, optimistic, emotional, sociable, enthusiastic, affectionate, and humanitarian. And it's saying here to have perseverance. So yeah, you are to have perseverance in this quest. If you could see how it's laid out here, I do want to get a camera eventually, guys, and stop showing you my head wraps and stuff and actually show you the cards. But until I get my camera, I can't do that. And unfortunately, it was stolen. So yes, eventually I'll be able to show you the cards. But it does, we've got like quest, and right underneath it, we've got the perseverance. Like you have to persevere on your quest. So you're going to find a lot of your confidence, I think, and a lot of your get up and go by getting your emotions in the right place and persevering. I'm going to quickly read persevering, if you don't mind. Anyone can timestamp this, I don't mind, for when I've if you don't want to hear me. But it says, don't quit before the miracle. So it says, Shannon's carrot-coloured cloak is a gift from a famous stage actress, and she wears it always as a symbol of her own talent. One day, frustrated by the sacrifices she has made in her long pursuit of success, Shannon throws off the cloak and gives up her acting career. The great goddess tries to convince Shannon to put the cloak back on and stay the course, but she doesn't listen. Just around the corner, had she persevered, was great success. Personal inquiry suggests, can I ignore the feelings that would sidetrack me? Will I let go of fear and persevere? So you could be fearing that this would be kind of a really long road to go down. This quest of you kind of finding your own voice. You may feel that you may not be successful. And it's kind of, it would really kind of take you out of your comfort zone, I think, in a way. Yeah, and you're going to have to really overcome your doubts. You could have a lot of doubts in your mind. You know, this is also kind of symbolic of the mind as well for me, because it does talk about that kind of cognitive or speech, you know, words kind of create our thoughts, you know. We often think in words, you know. So yeah, I think that I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, I think that this is a quest for you. You need to, you may feel like there's no point. You're coming out of your comfort zone for what? Are you ever actually going to really get there? But you're being asked here to persevere. Now, lastly, your root chakra. One chakra I am familiar with is the root chakra here, and it's about acceptance. You can see here in the image that there's some sort of spirit that's with her, that's helping her. She doesn't even realize it. She's still kind of worried, but there's energies and spirit around you, I think, at this time this month that are helping you and guiding you and supporting you and helping you feel accepted and helping you to persevere in this quest that you have to find, I think, some sort of inner truth. I'm going to go ahead and read quest as well, as that seems to be the crux of the reading. For the blue chakras, we've got communication being the overall impression, truth, communication, loyalty, serenity, faith, spirituality, creativity again, and expression. So creativity seems to come a lot for these different cards or chakras, which is interesting. Okay, so we've got the quest, the Navy Trail. When I am somewhere else, my life will have meaning. So it's like looking for the meaning of life. Wow, that's quite deep. So the legend goes, Mrs. Patriot, the oldest woman in the town of Blue, decides she is ready to set out across the deadly swamp and walk the Navy Trail that no one has dared to tread before. The wise youngster points out that the swamp has vanished, and the path she seeks is already before her. Mrs. Patriot sees that her life is not elsewhere, but is in the here and now. As Miss Patriot travels home, the Navy Trail stretches out before her. The personal inquiry states, it is time to take a risk. Where in my life do I need to walk my talk? Okay. So keywords, courage, journey, and finding answers. Key ideas, being open to wisdom, imagine dangers, commitment to your path. So that you may have been a bit despondent on your path. I did actually, when I was shuffling these cards and speaking to spirit, I did actually kind of think this is more for the intuitives that maybe watch, or people who just maybe are more on that path of maybe being a reader or involved in kind of spiritual work or practices, who you know, really appreciate these kind of readings. I kind of did these readings for them, but then that really means everyone, because everyone's on a path, and this can help everyone. But I do feel that this is speaking as well a lot to, you know, those that are on that on some sort of spiritual journey. You know, you could be possibly being initiated into something, or just maybe discovering tarot cards and just kind of getting into that, or astrology or numerology or whatever. You're kind of getting into it, and maybe you lost kind of a bit of interest in it. Maybe it's taking a bit long to actually get to where you want to get to, but you need to persevere, and you may be tempted to maybe give up and take an easy option here, but you're being asked here to really follow your joy. And this isn't about anyone else. This is about you, you know, having your own acceptance of yourself, like deep acceptance within, from the root chakra up. So appreciating all of your good, your bad, true kind of radical acceptance, really. That would really be for the root chakra energy here. Radical acceptance of yourself, not having to apologize to anyone, taking time, being gentle with yourself as you're moving through this. Don't punish yourself if you aren't moving at the pace that you want. and not even, you know, again, not punishing yourself for being despondent, just not being hard on yourself. You're human, you are well loved and definitely appreciated. So by, you know, spirit, ancestors, the universe itself. So yeah, if they all accept you, then really I think spirit is saying, you know, you're going to be okay, and it's okay to accept yourself fully. Okay, so that was the reading. Thought that was quite interesting. If you liked it, please do like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't, please do like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Take good care, Aries.